Hi, I'm Sonia.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Ebong.
And today we're dishing with you from Say Restaurant and Lounge, located at 444 7th Street Northwest. And I am loving my pear sangria.
And speaking of pear sangria, which is one has nothing to do with the other, I'd like to welcome our guest, Sonia, who's actually we hope is going to fill in.
I'm excited to be here, and I didn't realize that the show came with drinks and hors d'oeuvres. So, hey, sign me up. I love this show.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
It's employee benefits.
I like
our first guest is Joe Warren, who is the founder of Ride to Thrive, Polo. And please tell us, how are you able to mix polo with charity?
Well, I realized years ago that polo had an opportunity to do things for people that would never get experiences with it. So actually, not myself, but many of us in this city have taken a substantial efforts to do things for charitable organizations through polo. And it's been very successful. The Ride to Thrive, this will be the 5th year that the Ride to Thrive has been in existence, and it benefits the Northern Virginia Therapeutic Riding Program, which helps handicapped children, puts them on retired ponies.
Yeah, so let's talk about this because polo is increasingly the sport here in the area, and maybe it's because we've got, horse country right in Middleburg, right in our backyard, but increasingly polo events are being used to help charities, and that's something we see in DC a lot, but why did you choose the Northern Virginia Therapeutic?
Well, we took on the Northern Virginia Therapeutic Riding Program 3 years ago as a corporate sponsor, Warren Capital, and my foundation, the Warren Capital Foundation, because of the purpose of what they do. To have the children's they put up and have some serious disabilities, and for some reason they're just able to interact with horses maybe they wouldn't be able to do it through other means. This year they've added veterans, and now they're having the families come as well. So the purpose of the Therapeutic Riding Program is why we're on board. Absolutely.
Now, you guys always refer to the horses as ponies.
That's
so
right.
why ponies? I think of My Little Pony when you say that, so where does that come from? What's the difference?
I'll be happy to admit I know very little about horses. I just started riding 4 years ago and am now capable enough to not be in the way. But I think they're actually thoroughbreds in general. They usually are about 15 hands, which is a measurement of the size. If you have a small pony, you're not going to be respected too much out there. So
it's
like
not really
else.
Pony. It's just maybe it's a young horse.
It's a horse that a lot of times they come out of racing, retired from racing. They can play till they're 14, 15, 16 years of age. So,
okay.
So your horse may have more experience than you do. You've only been playing for 4 years.
Absolutely, I'm sure they do.
But they're telling you what to do.
Well, the nature of riding is there's a strong relationship between the horse and his rider. If the rider's confident and shows skills, the horse will respond to that. And that's why the Therapeutic Riding Program is so good. So these are retired ponies that they use at Therapeutic Riding, but the children gain confidence by getting on those ponies, and they start to feel that relationship over time.
And I know with the Therapeutic Riding, I've actually worked with a similar program through the Easter Seals program, and the children really gain a lot of muscle tone because they have to use those core muscles that people always talk about in those exercise videos, and they can really bond with the horses.
That's what I understand. They've done a couple of exhibitions at our matches the last 2 years that I've been involved in. It'll change your life when you see these experiences. These kids really just never had a fair chance, and they become very connected with their horses.
Have you noticed that with for example, I've seen this in other charities as well that deal with animals and children as well, that actually helps a lot with the healing process, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally?
Absolutely. I mean, that's, I understand the cognitive development of some of the people that have mental disabilities is really unparalleled from my understanding. And they have such a huge success. They have so many children coming from not only Northern Virginia, but so many different parts of the world, or parts of the country, excuse me. So there has to be a lot of value in what's going on.
Can we talk a little bit about the stigma behind polo? I have to ask you, I mean, it's a bit of an elite sport. Why would we choose this elite sport, or what I consider an elite sport, to help out with a charity like this? Why does it work?
Well, first of all, I don't think it's elite at this stage. I mean, I never rode a horse prior to 4 years ago. It's very attainable. You can go out to Virginia and learn to ride for a reasonable price, and then you can get into some exhibition matches and start to play. I thought the fact that it was seemed elitist, and there was certainly a elitist crowd that originally attended it, they needed to be intermixed with the people that never got this experience. So I think that stigma's changing. we know lots of people in the city that came from diverse backgrounds that are starting to get involved.
Well, can you explain for people that don't know anything about polo, like me before I went to some of these matches, can you
Sure.
just explain what's going on the field? You're on a horse, you got a big mallet in your hand, and
That's
what are
right.
you doing?
Well, first of all, you got to realize the size of the field is enormous. It's about 12 football fields in size.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know
Wow.
that.
So it's an
It's pretty
enormous
big.
field.
Yeah, it's
you
enormous.
have a team of 4 riders against 4 riders.
And the best rider is number 3? Number 3?
Yeah, the best rider is usually number 3. It's kind of like soccer. 1 and 2 are up front. They get to score a lot of goals, and 3 and 4 are kind of playing defense and
And do
trying
all
to-
the heavy lifting.
They do all the heavy lifting and most of the riding. In the really heavy professional matches, you'll go through 2 chuckers, 2 ponies per chucker. A chucker is a period, and there's 6 of them in a match. And there's 4 players on each team, so you'll go through 48 ponies in a match.
Wow. So what, can I bring my family to this? I mean, we were talking about being elitist. I mean, really, who's coming to these games?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the event, the Ride to Thrive Classic, is on October 10th out in Leesburg at Meriwether Manor. And it is a very family-oriented event. We are going to have a lot of fun and festivities there, but we have a lot of children that maybe have thought about riding ponies or wanted to get involved, or families that are supporting the therapeutic riding program that come out. This year, we moved it over to Leesburg, and we'll have a local band playing. The Wind Brothers are coming out later in the
the Wind
evening.
Brothers.
They're very good.
So we'll finish the day, pull in the dusk, and then we'll have the band come out and play. So it should be an event for everybody.
And we'll get to see you.
Yeah, we're going to play in the second match. There'll be 2 main matches that day, and we'll play in the last match of the day myself. Charlie Muldoon, who's one of the best polo players in the area, he's captaining the Booz Allen team, who we'll be playing against. So this will be our
Rivalry.
Is there time
to
for
watch
trash talking when you're on the horse? Can you really
Yeah.
bring it, booze?
We yell at, don't miss, don't miss, don't miss when you ride by them. But
Still so gentlemanly,
yeah,
even when you trash talk. Can you
I
imagine?
try to trash talk far away from the crowd. Okay, so. But there's a lot of competitive nature. Anybody that plays polo has got some competitive spirit in them. So.
Well, Joe, we're about to have to wrap up here, but we know it is a very competitive game. So we want to make sure everybody gets out there and that everybody comes to see you. So can you just give us the details one more time?
Yeah, please visit ridetothrive.org. It's October 10th, starting about 1 p.m. There'll be matches all day. There'll be an exhibition. And you can get all your ticket information at ridetothrive.org.
And can I wear a big hat?
Oh, absolutely.
With a
I'm
bow
there.
on it.
I'm
And
there.
we're cheering for number 3, no matter who's wearing it. We're cheering for number 3. Thank you so much,
Well, thank
Joe.
you very much.
Thanks for being here.
And as always, thank you for watching us here on this episode of The District Dish.